Alright guys, super stoked. A lot of progress has been made in the last month or two, so I know I don't sound super excited, but I'm excited but burnt out at the same time. So check this out. After doing all the MDF mock-ups, we got our final revision right here. So this guy's gonna be super beefy. Unsprung weight, you know, maybe a little too gnar, but you can never be too gnar. Everything's going to be 3/16 plate. We got everything, let's see here, internally gusseted, so we're going to have super strong, let's see, super strong internally gusseted arms here at a 3/16 plate. So after everything's solid and set up and ready to go, the fun part was taking everything then and nesting it. So luckily this whole project with your right and left side fits on one 4x10 sheet. So it's going to be 3/16 4x10 plate, and getting ready to send this off to get laser cut, and super stoked to get everything welded up. Chris at CMP came through, and we got a present here. So this is everything laser cut. Got it's all 3/16 steel. So everything that happened here is pretty much going to turn into real life real soon. So we're going to get everything welded up, bent up, and I want to do one of those boom transitions, and that'll all be metal. Okay. So pretty much just cross-referencing everything, making sure that all the parts are here, and it looks like everything is good. There's a couple that probably fell through the grate, like some of these small pieces here that we're going to have to go see if we could find. But other than that, everything else is clean, super nice. Laser did a good job, so next up is bending all these up and getting everything tacked together. Alright guys, time for some welding. So boom, here's our pile. Let's make this nice and pretty. Got everything all bent up, all ready to go. Super stoked. Gonna start tacking everything together right now, so let's get this on some time lapse. Alright, so definitely recommend purchasing the $60 a piece brass plugs. Those are going to save a lot of time with warping and all that good stuff, so definitely worth getting those. Another thing, make sure that when you laser cut your stuff out, that you remember to do all the notches, so now you don't have to do it by hand later. That's going to be fun. Not fully finished, but beads came out pretty decent, not too shabby. Got the upper almost done. There's a few little things that we still gotta come back and do some passes over. Still gotta do some plating here on the back side, but for the most part, MIG's the way to go on all this stuff. Next up is going to be the spindles or uprights, whatever the proper terminology is for that. So boom, Coming along, coming along. So this is the beginning of it. I'm gonna make sure to get as much weld splatter as I could possibly get around this area and this area. The more weld splatter you get, the better everything spins and turns, because this wheel right here is what makes the truck go really fast. So the better this could spin, faster the truck will go. And especially with a MIG welder, what it does is splatters all over the place. So you want to make sure you get as much splatter inside of there. It acts as little tiny bearings to make it roll faster. So we're going to make sure that we do that. And it's great to get splatter inside of these threads, because it helps the bolt glide in really easy, like little mini ball bearings. So that's what we're going to do next, guys. Yeah! Pretty much everything is welded up on here besides the back plate, which is gonna go in there somewhere. Sorry if the music's too loud. And before that back plate goes in, you can see the internal gussets here that run all the way through the A-arm to the front. So this is gonna tie everything in to the back bushings. And what I want to do before I weld this in and completely cover all this up is I want to get these bushings mounted. That way I could get a bead on that inside edge and the outside, and then once I get this guy in, I'll be able to get another bead. So these bushings will be welded not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. And then the outside again. Sorry for my crappy filming. And then, after that's done, we're gonna put these wraps that go over the top, and that's also going to be wrapped around the bushing. So it's all going to tie in, be super strong. Should have used square bungs, but we used round ones because we had them laying around the shop. It's all right. We're just going to fill all that real nice. It's going to be super strong. We got some rosette welds on the inside and outside as well, so those ain't going nowhere. Also gonna beef up this is all internally gusseted to the max, but the bump stop's gonna come down and hit right on the top here, so we're gonna add this extra plate just for a little bit more support, and it's gonna have a nice bump pad right there. So these are the next steps, and then after that we're gonna get this spindle all welded up. We got some plates machined out by our neighbor, super cool guy. We're gonna drop his name on social media and all that stuff. So essentially that all bolts into, this is a 2010 4x4 wheel bearing hub assembly for a Toyota Tacoma. Reason that we're going to be using this is because this is going to be the weak point in the vehicle on the suspension, but I'd rather have the weak point be something that we could just run out to AutoZone or Pep Boys or whatever and replace if it ever fails, and you know, just switch that out real quick, no big deal. We're gonna have custom RCVs. These are the stock spline, stock axle size, but they're gonna be RCV, so heat treated, you know, super durable, unbreakable from what they say, high angle. So literally the only real failure point is the wheel bearing here and the front differential, which is also stock. That would suck to break something in the front differential, but we'll see how this goes. We're gonna beat the crap out of it. Just got to get it finished and welded up. And next time you're gonna see it on the truck.